So, were you strangling a goose?
Is that a goose sneezing?
Oh no, he had a pretty good goose impression.
Oh yeah, before I forget, Jack's penis fact of the week. Do you know that dogs have an STI that's just cancer?
It's
love
just
the
fact
cancer.
that halfway through that, Josh just
Someone
vanished.
left because of that. Yeah.
Oh, he's back.
Hi, welcome back. Did you know that dogs apparently have an STD that causes cancer?
I
That's
do
something
know.
that's something that Jack taught us. Yeah.
We don't question
yes.
how Jack knows this.
But yeah, Santa.
Or how it's a penis joke.
Santa.
What?
Joke.
One more thing on it. I will always claim that my little community I had was quite wholesome.
Oh, I
Despite
know.
Kuya drawing character in underwear. My character in underwear.
Hey, that's called fan art.
You get
It
used to it.
I had fan art that was very wholesome, and someone was like, why didn't you put Kuya's fan art in your slideshow? I was like,
I'm still waiting for the day for that one person, that one Twitter artist, not to name names since we are recording at the moment.
Oh, yeah, I know what you mean.
To just do fan art. They'd be like, oh no.
Just come out with fan art of the twins, like, buff and ripped as hell.
By the way, Grounded has had its full release.
Oh, is it out now? I know it was coming out later. I know it was coming out today, but I don't know if it was later today or not.
It's out now. Actually, it came out, I think, like an hour ago.
Right, so is this where we punt the rest and just decide to record Grounded instead today?
We can do it after.
So, greetings everyone and welcome back to the Dark Tales of Runeterra.
Greetings, nerds.
How you doing, motherfuckers?
I got worried that something else would be said then, but we'll quickly move on from that.
Away.
I mean, if you censor it, nobody will know what. Yeah.
They will now. Let's face it, though. I know that you lot would subvert that anyway. If it was Luke, we know that he would. Anywho, last time. You all finished off your shopping with the vendors, the smiths, forgers. Yes? Words?
To be honest, I essentially took them for a ride, money-wise.
I mean, you say that, but they also technically did with you.
I mean, I ended that with more money than I started.
Yes, but maybe some of the stuff you've given them was worth more than what they said.
She's happy with it. It's just
It's quite literally the case of
anything from because they're all overpriced.
It's quite literally that moment where you're both walking away, just rubbing your hands, going, "Hey, sucker."
Pretty much.
But
Delris does not understand finance, so it wouldn't be the
let's face it, it's also not just you that bought stuff. Although technically, I think it's because you bought them stuff. Because there was a flask that originally was going to be holding coffee that Mariah wanted, but you said no to Mariah having caffeine, so it became one that held tea for Kuiper. And you also bought a plush for Umpa.
I bought a plush for Umpa and I bought the flower staff for Nico.
Oh, yeah. Wait, you bought that for Nico? I thought you bought that for yourself.
No, for Nico.
You forgot to mention that it was for Nico yesterday. Last time. Yesterday.
I mentioned it when we were out the other day.
I wasn't there the other day.
No, when we were out last week. On Wednesday.
Did you? I forget.
Yeah, I told you on Wednesday that she bought it as a present for Nico.
I think my brain was too preoccupied with Dr. Pepper Beans and Spelljammer.
Yeah.
Either way, you all carried on to the Foundling Village, which you found to be pretty much the Frost Guard's home base. The Frost Guard, of course, being Lysandra's army. Deciding not to sleep there for the night, you carried on towards the Frostguard Citadel towards its western side, where I believe Alekxander quickly popped away from the party just for a quick bit to converse with his arachnid friend in the beard, who said that as long as you can get her closer, she'll be able to help out a bit more then. You also had the idea of perhaps getting back down onto the ice to find a lower entrance.
To be fair, Alexander better hope Delris finds out about the spider and his beard being from Elise.
What, sorry?
Alexander better hope the twins never find out about the spider and his beard.
Hence why you did it at night, so you couldn't see that shit.
I know, but he better hope they don't find out regardless. They don't like Elise.
I think almost the entire party doesn't also have got a notification. Okay. So, are you waiting until light, or are you going to try and do this under the cover of darkness? Oh, also, Kuiper spotted a Bale Strider walking past him.
What fucking
Yes.
faith waits for it to get daytime? Well, I guess I am stealing a woman, but not really his property, but I'm not sure if Runeterra has the 11th Amendment or whatever number it is over there. So
Zach.
it's just that their slaves are super white. Hi Zach, how you doing? It's Zach.
I had a second notification just to see it was Santa's same notification. So, I want you all to make me perception checks, please, to see if you can spot a safe way down.
I need to update Delris's character picture because I drew a new one.
Okay, okay.
I
Things
also
are going
need
well
to-
so far.
Can you hear me? You can probably hear me too loud.
Ugh.
Hello?
We can hear you. It's not too loud, don't worry, but we can hear you.
Okay, cool. I just bumped my mic and it sent the gain all the fucking way up.
Oof.
Yeah!
So everyone's rolling quite well aside from, unfortunately, Kuiper. Like, not even Lyra
Fucking hell!
spot.
Oh,
Not
I
even
love my
Lyra spots
diamonds.
one.
Oh yeah, we're recording now. I should stop screaming at my own coughing.
It makes for good content.
Fuck off. No, it doesn't. Have you ever had any of your favorite YouTubers get a call and go, "Oh, I enjoy this so much better now"? Don't lie. Percepti boy.
Meanwhile, Josh is there just having a mukbang.
What?
That's the term for it, isn't it? Where people on YouTube just eat food in front of the camera.
Yeah,
It is a
it's the
mukbang.
correct term.
It also happens to be one of the most dramatic parts of YouTube, apparently.
Oh yeah, there's drama there all the fucking time.
What's his name, that one guy? Avocado?
Nikocado Avocado.
Yeah.
Though to be fair,
Originally a vegetarian.
he was a vegan.
To be fair, I
Yeah,
only
vegan.
to be fair, I only really know of him because some VTubers, not VTubers, people that used to play VR chat, they used to take the piss out of him.
He's the boy literally gonna end up killing himself for it.
So
He is the poster child for YouTube drama, other than Logan Paul.
1, 2, 3, 4. Yep, that's everyone. So Alekxander, you're just biding your time, so you don't see Kuiper too distracted with the Bale Strider, as you said. Everyone else, as you're looking, there are areas where you could probably try and climb down, but it's going to be risky because, it's still covered in ice and the darkness. Because even though some people can see in the dark, Mariah, I said that since you can't, you've got a torch out. Also, there's a bit of illumination in your hair because the lights are on in the castle at night. But yes, there is a cliff you could climb down. Aside from Potoo, who could just fly down, I realise.
I mean, with my 25, I can at least guide them better.
Do you have dark vision?
I have freaking night vision goggles,
You do,
remember?
I keep forgetting about those.
I also have other eyewear that I can use.
And I did say that the blizzard was clearing up and it'd be a lot clearer as you're going downwards anyway. Alright, I will let you all do the thing.
Do the thing.
The thing.
You know, point it out, all that kind of stuff, make a plan. Role play.
I refuse to step on any ice today. You have full permission to drag me.
Alexander has every intention of doing this quick, fast, and well, hopefully quiet. But that's not really Alexander's way.
Like, just kind of like, I refuse to step on any ice today. You can drag me. Just kind of looks around. Just everywhere. Ice.
Oh no.
You know, I just casually realized
Go on.
Kuiper has the disc, unless they're saving slots. I forget if it's a slot.
I do have.
I would prefer to save slots in case something bad happens or we are in need of a quick spell.
Given that you
If
haven't
you
had a
are-
long rest, that is true.
Oh, it's
If
okay.
you are-
Point.
I can summon the Kuiper taxi without slots.
Also, Dion, guess what I just saw advertised to me on Facebook?
What?
Geek Retreat's doing a thing on Friday in the D&D room for where they're showing Hocus Pocus 2
Fun.
because it
I
gets
watched
released on
it.
Friday.
I want to watch it.
I too wish to watch that.
I will only watch it if it's the same three ladies.
It is.
I can't.
It-
Is it? Okay, good. I don't think I could be able to. Nostalgia would get in the way. If Kuiper is truly against touching the ice, Fright will pick him up.
Okay.
Which shoulder do you prefer?
I don't mind, thank you.
No, you will put him on his left shoulder.
Okay. So, are you all going to try and climb down then?
I mean, sure.
I'm about to say the silence is confidence building though.
I've got hooves, motherfucker. I don't need a climb.
They're just delicately flying next to them.
Is there any preparations you're making before going down?
If everyone is,
Summon the disc just in case.
if
It'll
everyone
take
is
10
truly,
minutes. Sorry, go on.
if everyone is truly nervous about going down, Fright will have his blood spear at the ready just in case. Something easily.
Climb is easy.
Okay.
Fall is even easier.
You say that, but you'd be surprised how many people die simply from looking down.
Fall is even easier when you're a monk.
Pretty
Oh,
much.
Confidence boosting.
How far down? by the
Even
way?
more easier when you're a freaking barbarian.
Slow fall
So,
is a thing.
If,
Like, I'm
if-
good.
if I recall right, let me just look at this to see if there's information on this. I'm just curious to see if it actually does give an actual size thing for it,
What?
for how far down it is from the bridge.
Oh,
But I'm not seeing anything, which is the big satch.
it's a gorge. It's probably fucking massive.
It is. So I'm going to go ahead and base this off something. World's deepest gorges in feet. Let's see what there is. Oh. Let's not go that far.
Mariana Trench.
No, Peru's Colca Canyon.
Ha! Yep.
14,339 feet.
I
Yep.
can make it.
A picture of the Coca Canyon.
Roll for it.
Almost
You will.
sounds like a full freaking day travel.
Roll a d100 and times it by 10. One. One. Damn it!
So it's 790 feet.
790 feet. Wonderful. Is everyone just jumping, falling, slow falling, and flying down?
I mean, I was gonna climb,
Call it
but
Kuiper taxi.
The Kuiper taxi. You know what? If it's been 10 minutes, you'll take the Kuiper taxi.
Yeah, I can't actually like
Kuiper
this thing
taxi.
can't go down unless I do. So it's more as a
Oh.
backup in case
Oh yeah.
people get tired
I
on the
mean,
way down. For
well-
example, they could just
Ah,
At least
okay.
if Kuiper falls, we can all get down partially
yeah,
safely.
it's true.
I mean, if
I mean-
Potoo just goes ahead and takes Kuiper, then it will definitely
Oh
go
my
down.
goodness, are we doing that again?
We can.
Fright is just going to toss Kuiper down while just.
I'm gonna say that this time it wouldn't work.
It is a long way.
It's not just that.
Fair
It's not
point.
just that.
It's going
Last
down.
time, if you recall right, you were moving on a horizontal plane with it. This
Yeah.
time you'd be moving downwards, so you'd have to be pushing down on Kuiper, which means you'd just be pressing him into the disc. The disc wouldn't move down with it. Or you'd have to
I
angle it,
mean-
and they'd have to grab the edge of the disc and hope they can cling on for the full feet.
If anybody like, if anybody suggests that, I'll just look at them and go, no.
Also, it wouldn't be able to hover above anything above 10 feet.
That's
And because
it.
it's 100 and something, it would just plummet 10 feet. And at the rate that it would plummet, anybody on it would die from the shock of it just immediately stopping upon 10 feet.
Yeah,
You would still take fall damage.
So
yeah. Like I said, it's more of a backup. It'll stay close to the wall, but
Alekxander will just climb down. I think I've got a lot of ways to deal with
okay,
fucking up, so...
so you're
Okay.
climbing.
Fright has no ways to deal with fall damage, but Fright also couldn't give two shits about it, so he's just going to go ahead and climb down as well.
Okay. Delris said that she's just gonna climb.
yeah.
Kuiper is on shoulder,
Fright. Yep.
piggybacking Fright right now.
and Potoo is flying.
Mr. Kuiper, if I fall, do you think you'd be able to break my landing if I fall on top of you?
Mariah, how are you getting down?
Let's see.
Good question.
Do a rocket jump, soldier!
Just see Mariah rocket jump off. Halfway down, you just meet her new character.
Oh no, did you go to... I have my
Oh.
winged boot.
I
Oh
am afraid
shit,
not.
you do have winged boots.
That will help me to get down.
How long do the
Winged.
wing boots last for? I believe it's in several. Hang on, I can just open up a window. But
Fly up to 4 hours, min 1 minute.
Oh, yeah.
120
no,
feet.
that's fine. So you'll be flying alongside Potoo.
Question, are your boots, do they actually have wings or are they like rocket powered?
I
What
think
are
we
they?
flavoured them with little wings on the side, just because of the funniness of it.
Red Bull gives you wings.
Not
It really-
sponsored.
Not sponsored. Could be sponsored. I don't know if my heart had last.
Sponsored,
But
shouldn't sponsored. Can't call out a sponsorship.
You know, I won't state. What the fuck is she wearing? What are those?
God damn it!
I think those are the shoes you decided not to get.
Oh, yes, the super expensive shoes. Yeah, I'd rather fall.
So with Potoo and Mariah's guidance with this, those who are climbing, can you please make me, unless you've got a climb speed, which I don't believe anyone has, 50. I can't believe I'm having to type this. I'm dumb. It's athletics. It was
With
what
some good stuff.
roll me athletics checks with advantage
No advantage.
because you are getting some guidance from a Kuiper and
Guess who has spider climb, bitches? Because I'm a Dampier. I forgot. So I've got natural spider climb.
Nice.
So it's equal to my walking speed.
So essentially put,
Told you, these hooves were meant for fucking climbing.
You're
we've
just
got two
part.
people flying. We've got Alekxander and Delris trying to climb down, and then you've got Fright just walking down while Kuiper stands on his back.
It's not even just walking. He's like fucking goat river dancing down.
Well, this is the thing. We've just realized today, Fright is part goat.
Yeah, basically.
So
I mean, he's a vampire Minotaur. What else?
you're all managing to get down quite fine at first. Just no slipping, nothing too bad happening to you. Everything is going fine for a while. Those of you who are not climbing, so those flying, make me perception checks. Kuiper, I'll let you get on this as well, given you're in a safe spot on top of a Fright.
God damn.
God damn.
Rather elegant fright, I want to state.
Woo. Those are some good rolls. Potoo, you see something just kind of lurking in the shadows, but you can't really make out what it is. Kuiper, you're seeing a bit more of its shape as it is moving towards the party. Mariah, with that nat
Yes.
20,
Uh-huh.
you do see something making its way along the rocks towards the party.
Oh no.
And I'm trying to remember what it's called. Is that it? That is not it. That's a challenge rating 17. That is not it.
Someone say
Thank you.
CR17.
If I can excuse you.
It's not an ice worm. I'm trying to remember what the name of those giant things we.
Resmeraz.
What, sorry?
A Resmeraz?
Remoraz.
Are you talking about the electric centipede looking things with
Remoraz.
weird face? Yeah, those are Remorazes.
Yeah, I couldn't remember how to spell it.
Regimajigger.
That's more like it. Yes, it is.
Is this revenge?
What, sorry?
Is this revenge?
Yes.
No, this is just to make a climb a bit more difficult.
They have tremor sense.
Yay, Tremor Sons.
How do you think it spotted you climbing down? Especially in the dark. Keep in mind, I have not fully read this thing's stats. I'm just going off of what happened last time. I'm just also buying some time while I upload a picture of this because I know Rebecca hasn't seen what one of these things looks like yet. So I want an honest reaction of what Mariah thinks when she sees this thing.
Never heard of it before, so I haven't seen it.
Okay, Mariah?
Yes.
You see one of these things climbing across the rocks towards you. Well, towards the
Oh,
party.
I've seen one of
Oh,
those
gee.
before. Those are
Oh,
creepy.
Christ. I die. Ew.
What is Mariah's reaction?
Mariah is not a very happy human right now. Not human, Yordle. She's
Yordle.
to politely say to the rest of the group, we are fucked. Everyone.
Where are we
You
from the
can
other side of this canyon?
literally shoot it, can't you?
That
Like?
looks
So-
horrible.
As she points this out to you all, Delris, Fright, and Alekxander, you will look to your right, and you do indeed see something in the shadows moving across the rocks.
Could I make some form of intelligence check to figure out what this is?
Uh,
I got
good brain.
nature.
Yeah, I
How
was about
well?
to say, it's because it's counted as a monstrosity, but sure, nature.
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 I'm
Yeah.
going to ask
Time I might guide.
something
No, I'm good.
similar, but with the justification of the Noxian arenas.
You roll me a history then.
Okay. Because we
Excuse
know
me.
Fright is a advent for
Nature as
animal.
What, sorry?
Could I roll nature as well?
Yes.
Especially since I'm from the Belliord.
Yes. Okay. Right. You know that they get these things in rarely in the arena, but you've seen them going once or twice. They don't tend to last too long in the arena, given they're more used to the cold temperatures, and Noxus is quite warm.
Yes.
But even with that, they can still be quite nasty opponents.
Ah. If
Delris.
I,
Oh, sorry.
oh no, I was just going to say, if I simply had the time, I would make you part of the collection.
Delris. Yeah, you've heard tales of these things. They're usually blamed for small caravans and the occasional wanderer just going missing. You also recall that there is just something about it where, despite being frosty creatures, they give off a internal body heat that can get to really, really warm levels, and you are feeling actually a bit of it from the distance it is from you.
That must be uncomfortable for everyone else.
Kuiper,
I can't feel it, so.
you know that these things will give off a burst of that heat if hit. You also know that they tend to not be able to chew their prey and therefore will swallow their prey whole. And given that 29,
Hey, they can finally do a creature that can swallow us via swallow grapple when I'm not playing Waffleberg.
given that 29, you notice something a bit peculiar about it. Remind me, do you have dark vision?
I have devil sight.
Devil sight, which is better than the dark vision, as I believe devil
Yeah.
sight lets you still see in color.
Yep. And in magical darkness, it's kind of awesome. 120 feet.
It's
Excellent.
warlocks.
Given that it is, I'm going to say that it is just a bit beyond tremor sight, so it is just getting a bit of readings from you, but not a full thing. But he is definitely within the 120. Where its
So
eyes
what's
would
peculiar?
normally be an emerald-like green, it is purple. You see tainted purple lines running along it.
What significance does that have? Is that void?
Ooh, voidipede.
You think that this could indeed be tainted by the void. Whether it's from the Watchers or something else, you don't know.
This is a Remeraz, but it seems to be void tainted.
So what you're telling me is it's ruined and I can't add it to the collection.
Unfortunately so.
Boy to
Given the
boy.
location, it makes sense, I suppose.
I'm correct in assuming these things are deaf otherwise, right?
Let me check on their stat sheet. Senses, dark vision, tremor sense, passive perception. It doesn't say anything about it being deaf.
Ah, let's just say I had my voice down then. He goes, also, you should be faster and quieter.
Don't always work in tandem.
It knows there is something on the wall, but it can't exactly pinpoint where it is. What are you planning to do?
Delris is going to stay still, knowing this thing senses tremors.
Okay. Alekxander,
Just give the location away.
what is
I'm sorry, what's the question?
What are you planning to do at this moment?
Alexander's waiting to see what everyone else does.
Can we
Alexander
see?
can flee probably rather easily, but he could also, probably kick the shit out of it a little easier than the rest of the party, so...
I'm wondering. From where I am, can I see a different cliff face that's connected to this one? I'm wondering if I'm looking for specifically something I can impact to make it sort of go away from us so we can make a beeline down.
Essentially, but from what you saw on your flight over, as well as the last time you were here, the whole abyss seems to be encircled by these cliffs, essentially put, as if it's just one hole, basically like a giant hole
Okay.
towards the ice. Yes.
Question.
Mhm.
Using Druidcraft, could I grow a long vine?
Can you pop up Druidcraft for me?
Yeah. Oh, no, probably not. I'm just looking at it as well. Yeah, it's tiny,
Yeah.
so I can't do.
So unfortunately, you won't be able to do that.
Oh, damn it.
Apologies, what is the plan?
I'm looking for somewhere to make a noise to make it leave us alone for just a minute.
I see.
I have a very weird idea.
Okay.
So, I have Phantasmal Force. Lets me pretty much make an illusion, but it doesn't say that it has to be a visual illusion. Could I make it for 1 minute chase something else that it thinks exists? So I'm going to try and send it upwards, away from us.
It says you create a phantasmal object, creature, or other visible phenomenon.
Damn it. So
So
no.
you could technically use that to try and
Includes
create
sound, temperature, and other stimuli. So
Yeah.
it is visible, but I can also do some spicy stuff with it.
Also, in that visible through the perception of something with tremor sense, that's reach, but just want to put that reach in there.
I mean, it'd be more relying on the other sensory stimuli.
Yeah.
The visible option, I guess.
Alrighty, I'll give it a go. Please could it make me an intelligence saving throw? And you know what? Actually, one sec. Could I add...
I don't think it matters.
Never mind. Coolio.
So
It's
describe
basically
to me.
going to make sort of a... Visibly, it'll look like something's rumbling through the rock and snow,
Okay.
and it's going to be creating tremors that's basically traveling upwards, and whenever it gets close, he's going to keep having it move upwards away from us.
So, you've created an illusion just closer to it. It is going to roll. My fucking god. It doesn't notice it's there. I rolled in a
Well,
perception and
it's
it
gonna-
failed.
It's going to make a few illusory rocks fall and deal 2 damage to it.
Okay. Now it notices it's there. And it is going to make one more quick intelligence check. And still fail.
Beautiful.
And those with dark vision
Close
will
this
see it scurry up towards this image. As you put, it has gone past you, back upwards from where you came from, to try and grab this image. Are you all making a break for it now?
Scuttle, 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 scuttle.
Those climbing, so I believe it's just Alekxander and Delris. Athletics. Okay. Alekxander? Hey, Jack.
Yep.
Yes. So, you both?
Nah.
Oh.
It's worthless. Go on, I'll keep going.
You both quickly start to try and make your way down as fast as you can while it's distracted. Delris, you're doing it a lot more quieter. Alekxander, you're making a bit more noise. That compared, however, with that means it is still distracted by the image above, thinking that the
I really want this fight, but the world said no.
thinking that the rumbling is the rock still tumbling.
Tumbling is the rock still tumbling. That's a rhyming. It makes me hide.
So you carry on going down until it vanishes from sight. You carry on further beyond. And as you're doing so, light is starting to just shine through the... Wait. Yeah, no, sunrise is in the east. So yes, it is starting to shine through the citadel itself, casting an odd, eerie blue light on the situation and on you all. You see a blizzard starting to pick up. However, given you are going further down, where it is a bit more sheltered, the snow is just harmlessly flying above. And you do actually see the giant ice plain below. You are roughly halfway down.
I'm just going to be the one to say it. No offense to you Freljordians, but the Immortal Bastion looks cooler.
That is fair. Freljordians do not really spend 10 years, 100 years, 1,000 years, however long this bitch has been alive, dealing with aesthetics. We have better shit to do.
Yeah, I mean, we managed to do aesthetics and conquer half the world. Well, half Runeterra, at least.
You managed to conquer half the world. Camavor would like to have a word with you.
Yes, well, Camavor no longer exists. for reasons of self-destruction, which Noxus is very much on top of. It's coming. Don't worry.
Give me a check. Got a mouthful of cake.
Got cake, and you didn't share with the class?
The teacher never has to share with the class.
That's fair. That is fair. As an
Shameful.
educator, I do agree.
So let's get rid of that thing on the screen now. And as you carry on down. Essentially, but I'm doing these climb checks by quarters. Otherwise, we'd be here all session making you do climb checks.
Remember that time I made you do like a check every 10 feet?
Exactly. Could you imagine if I tried to do that with you lot here? You'd be having to do climb checks for quite literally 3 sessions at least.
I'm down.
Well, after about the 5th one, we wouldn't need to do climb checks anymore. Fright would just jump.
But I will want an athletic checks off the climbers.
Although Fright doesn't have to make checks, so
He doesn't.
moot point.
Oh.
Alright, athletics. Hello.
Alekxander, you're still going strong. You're motivated. Delris, your
Yeah,
grip
right, motherfucker.
is slowly starting to come loose, essentially put.
Yeah.
And here comes the interesting part. Remind me again, the rules of Alari and Delris switching when it comes to a new day. Is it after a long rest happens?
It's usually after they've been asleep.
Okay, and since you haven't been asleep, I'm not going to make you roll for it.
Yeah, they usually have to.
Imagine.
But you are feeling kind of tired because you have not had a rest.
Oh god, yeah.
Hence why your grip is slipping. It's also why I'm not making you roll with advantage anymore. But as you make it down until you're 3/4 of the way down, you all see something zip by overhead. Not as in
Out of pers-
something running across the rocks, something quite literally from the citadel, launching outwards above you.
Oh, that's concerning.
And now I'm going to need perception checks from everyone.
Ooh, ooh.
Funny.
Oh dear.
Ooh. Oh.
No,
You know
my.
what? I'm gonna
You're
look
it.
dear.
Oh, the lucky.
Cause you're making evil laughs and bad DM.
So I
Naughty.
believe Santa was also trying to say something there at the same time.
Oh, no, I just heard someone say, oh dear, and I was going to say your Udirs in another faction.
Oh dear.
Oh dear.
Or, you know,
Oh,
given
whoa.
the whole thing they've been
Oh no.
talking about for the world's new deer.
Ooh, whoa.
Dear.
I'm just like, this is the. We've actually got to find Udyr after this job's done.
Who?
Frickin'
Shaman.
Alexander. I'm gonna go look for Alexander's dad.
Well, you don't know he's that in character.
Why has 90% of this game just been getting family back together?
Star Wars.
Motives.
Yeah.
So,
Girls, roll a
Kuiper,
bet.
you're
That'd be
not so
your shit.
sure. You're probably just looking down at the eyes, trying to spot any eyes. Mariah, you don't see it. You're too distracted with looking towards the citadel to see where that thing just flew from. The rest of you, however, see something falling towards you.
Falling like doom for us falling, or falling as in somebody just yeeted a poor person outside?
Something as in, who got the highest? There's a 20 there. There's also a 20 there. Fright got a 21. Fright.
Yeah.
Yes, who is an Oxian artillerist.
Yes. You recognize that the thing that just flew overhead was probably some kind of giant ballista arrow.
Ooh. Is it firing in our direction, or did it fire over
It
us?
fired over, and the thing you see coming down towards you is this thing with a giant ice arrow lodged in it. And
What
as it's
thing?
falling to its doom.
Ooh.
Oh, the Remoras.
Yes.
Fright is taking a second. He's looking from the source of the arrow. We need to get down a little bit faster now.
All I've got to say is it's a good job this is a huge monstrosity, therefore you've seen it with enough time to try and get yourselves out of the way.
Oh. What do you want, roll?
Those who are flying and Fright, make me dex saves. Those who are
Right.
climbing, make me an athletics. Kuiper, since you are on Fright, make me a strength save to see if you can carry on holding on.
Oh,
What
all
do you need
right.
from me?
An athletics.
An athletics. That's
Ryan's
getting
not too
lucky,
good at
lads.
flying yet. Oh no.
Lucky,
Okay.
my dudes.
So,
You ready for this? That one.
it wasn't a nat one.
Oh, no.
So, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's all of them. Let's go over the climbers first. Delris, you're a bit tired. You do slip a bit, but you manage to just catch your grip. So you're a bit further down. Your fingers are hurting, but you have managed to get away from it in time. Alekxander, you quite literally just swung yourself to the right. Just to grab onto some rock, just to let it fall past. Fright, given your spider climb, you just ran to the left. Kuiper, with a 10, you just barely cling on.
He's like grabbed onto one of his legs.
Potoo, you're used to flying. You fly back a bit, just to make sure it can get past. Mariah, unfortunately, you're still distracted looking at the castle.
I am.
Oh, we seem to have lost a child.
Ah!
There
Don't
she
scream too loud.
goes.
They might hear us.
So,
Do I need to roll to see if I should try and catch her or try to get her disentangled from the thing? or are you going to have her try this?
I'm going to say, Potoo,
Mm.
given that this is odds or evens, let's do this the fair way.
Evens.
You do manage to turn back in time to see Mariah too distracted to get out the way. Do you shout a warning?
Of course! If I can't grab her, I'm going to yell at her.
BRB.
So what do you yell?
Hell thing.
Ryan, move!
Mariah, you hear Potoo shout at you, move. You realize everyone is kind of scattered. You look up to see a giant thing just about to collide with you. I am going to allow you one more deck save. You start to move backwards. clips you, but you don't go flowing down with it. Instead, it just makes you spin in the air. And not spin like a horizontal spin. Spin as in a vertical spin. Spin. Make me a con save.
I'm going to boost myself with my projectile vomit roll.
You're oddly fine. You feel a little bit dizzy, but you manage to quickly shake it off. And you all see this body just collide with the ice below. Doesn't even splinter the ice.
Fright is looking back up to the source of the bolt. Is there any signs that they're reloading and have taken notice of us?
That is the question. And I'm going to need to roll myself some checks for that because of a Potoo shouting. So let us see. What is their perception? Their passive is a 12, but we're not going off passive. Even though we probably should go off passive because their roll is actually a -1 for this. But fair is fair. They were more focused on the giant creature. More of them rolled above a 10 than that. You do hear a bit of conversing. Kind of hushed on that lot, but that's just due to distance. But given it's due to distance, you still can hear it. They're being quite loud from where they are. In fact, you see it start to be reloaded.
Shit.
Oh.
Well, you know when I said that I had no loyalty to all of you? When shit starts hitting the fan? Consider this shit hitting the fan. Everybody get down a little bit faster, shall we?
Of course.
How close is the other side of this wall, Mr. Lee, Mrs. Lee?
How close is the citadel itself from you?
Yeah, the other side of this chasm, basically.
That's 700 and that.
This ballista's above us, isn't it?
Yeah. It's at
Yeah.
least 500 foot away.
500 fucking foot. Okay.
Yeah, this is a large thingy. Remember, they have to use actual giant bridges to get across this abyss, essentially.
Yeah, no,
but...
that's fair. There's nothing that he can really do at this moment in time other than go faster.
Yep. So I am going to need our climbers to make me athletics with disadvantage, given you are now hurrying. The flyers should be fine.
I think I can.
Yes, keyword should be.
How far away from the ground at this point?
How far did I say it was up? I'm going to scroll to find out. 790, so basically call it around 800 foot. Around 200.
200. Okay.
Basically, you got like a quarter of it still to go.
Well, I will not lucky this then.
Okay.
Oh.
And we need to wait for Dion to get back.
Oh.
Because Dion went BRB at the worst time. And I don't want to roll for her
Yeah.
in this kind of case. So instead, we are going to go ahead and figure out what's happening with Alekxander here. Those that flying, you clearly see this. Fright, you'll eventually see this. As Alekxander tries to rush, and his grip gives out.
Don't worry.
It's just him.
Did,
Don't
did he
worry.
just, did he just say, "Don't worry"?
Alekxander will allow himself to fall for a little bit before Freljordian spiking himself just back to the wall.
Okay.
Wonderful.
No, why don't I have one of those? What?
The Oxyan blood spell.
Make
No,
me...
I've got my blood spear.
Fuck.
Welcome back. Theon, roll me a athletics with disadvantage. Alekxander, roll me a strength. Strength save, we'll call it. Because you're quite literally trying to save yourself by grabbing onto the wall again as you spike into it, rather than just meatily slapping into it.
Oh,
Alright, a strength check, did you say?
Yes.
It's alright.
Yep, you may. Well, it was a strength save, but I'm assuming that it's going to be just pluses on top of the 2 anyway. So, yeah, you managed to
Strength
grab on.
save, yeah, the aura protection would have made that an 18 then.
Yeah, you easily grab hold.
You just see him, easily cut at least half of this fucking remaining trip just by falling and just going, wah!
Delris, you try your best to try and rush down, but you grab hold of a loose rock, and you fall away from the wall. Luckily, you've got slow fall.
I just kind of brace myself.
I just imagine she screams anyway. She's just like, ah! Like 5 miles per hour.
Oh
just
yeah,
going,
no, you probably would do that anyway because of reaction before you realise, oh no, wait, I'll be fine. But
Yeah, just kind of like, ah! Oh, wait.
The oh shit and then the oh.
The best way I could describe this, do you know that it's in your pillow video of Annie and Nee?
Like,
Where it's the tree thing where you just see him fall out the tree and it's just a sword that heads up. "Ah!"
like,
Yes.
you still do need to roll fall damage. It's not immediate. It's not negated completely. It's only by a certain amount.
Oh.
How far away is she from Fright?
It's not so much that she's falling straight down, she's also falling away from the wall too.
How
So
how far is she
Well, I
from the
need to
wall?
grab her.
So from where she's gone, I'd say probably around 50, 60 foot away from you.
I mean, don't worry. I don't think I'm gonna die. Just
50, 60 foot away from Fright?
Yes.
Okay.
But while that's happening, while you're working that out, given that Potoo has brought this up, are you wanting to do this solo, Potoo, or do you want to tag team this with Mariah?
Hey, if Mariah wants to help grab the falling lady, I have no problem.
Let's do this.
So who is giving who advantage?
Who is more accustomed to grabbing people out of the air?
Yeah.
Okay,
That.
so
Give it.
And Mariah does have tiny baby hands.
you're not wrong.
So unless you want to just be held by whatever Mariah grabs you with, I think
I
two
don't-
might be the one grabbing.
Would probably be falling, but then kind of just right herself and brace for impact.
so
just start spinning as fast as you can. Dodge rolls reduce fall damage.
make
This is
me a dex
I
save
just-
with advantage there, Potoo, to try and catch.
Very good.
Check, sorry.
Roll damage.
Say that again?
Check, sorry, not save, because it's not you that's falling. It's you trying to catch, so it'd be a dex check with advantage.
Alright.
Also,
That is a dirt 20.
What was that? Sorry, Dion?
I just even if she doesn't catch me, I just need to roll damage. I would reduce the damage by 35 anyway.
Out
so
of curiosity, How much is it per? Is it per 5 foot or per 10 foot?
It's per 10 foot usually, a d6 per 10 foot. But it's always down to DM discretion, so they can up or lower that damage if they feel necessary.
That would have been 75 damage.
Yeah, yeah.
Are we 200 foot up? Oof.
Yes.
Oh.
Remember, this is roughly an 800-foot climb. You
Yeah,
only
you
had
are
a
doing
quarter
it
of
in
it still to
quarters.
go.
That's hilarious.
I would have reduced the damage by 35, but
That'd
that's
still be a yeah.
So you do just about manage to. Whereabouts are you grabbing?
Probably around the waist. If I...
Okay. So you swoop down and you grab hold. Whereabouts are you grabbing, Mariah?
The up her back. Do I?
Okay, so Potoo grabs you around the waist. Mariah grabs you under the arms.
Hi, guys.
Are you okay?
You're missing a few things for flying lessons, you know.
Yeah. Well, gonna hit a loose rock there.
So,
Well,
Out of character, but you should probably have given at least one of them the freaking potion. He's been walking around.
I mean, come on. Don't slow it down there. No, you didn't, you dickhead. Point back at the worm.
so
Wow.
given that I know that ballistas are generally a 3-person team now, thanks to Spelljammers, the person that's off to the side to help pass the ammo doesn't see where the screams come from. The person reloading doesn't see where the screams come from. The person actually aiming the ballista slowly
Yeah,
aims
what
the
we
ballista down.
How far is he away from Fright?
How
500
flexible
that
is this
way.
ballista?
It's quite literally on the edge.
500?
It's 500 horizontal, but then I'm having to add on to that verticality as well. So,
No, distance is still distance at a diagonal level.
really dumb question, but these are the bad guys, right?
Yes.
It's more of a question of how bad can I kill them?
yeah, but it's the case of,
Neither for us cards or thralls.
if you're like 500 for that, but it's more a case of it's a bit more that way because you've having to, it's gone higher up.
Yeah.
Is it another 100 higher up?
I'd say probably another 300 higher up. This is like roughly mid Citadel.
Mr. Kuiper, you have anything?
Absolutely.
Meaning that if they
Wonderful.
are
Is
going to
going
shoot
to
at you,
do something
they are going to be
horrendous.
doing it with disadvantage, as they're less full-on aiming and more aiming in your rough area and hoping it goes as the crow flies.
Alrighty, you're gonna love this.
AKA, they are rolling with disadvantage to try and hit you if they are going to fire.
So,
They're essentially pot shotting.
Exactly.
Kuiper has one hand up ready to shield any ballista that comes our way. However, he's got something forming in his other hand.
Okay.
This is a fireball, but it is of force damage.
First of all,
He looks like he's ready to throw it up. Even if it's... So, how many feet are in a mile?
I have no idea.
5,280. That's
5,280.
awesome. Okay.
So they
So-
are going to aim in your rough direction.
And Kuiper is just going to, with all of his might, sling this upwards, using alchemical casting, getting rid of a second level spell slot, to throw this thing with a range of 1 mile. And it is just going to home in on this ballista, and because it's pure force, he basically wants to blow it apart and blow them apart.
Do you know what the worst part is?
Go on.
I had to Google to see what ballista stuff does, and yep, no, it's going off a base thing. But I remembered I also just had ballista stuff listed down in Spelljammers anyway. I could have just gotten that. But this is faster.
Now.
But
Yes,
I'm not
but
sure
those
if they've
are
got different
space
rules.
ballistas.
Yeah, but-
they have they have slightly different rules
Yep. So,
because they're not normal ballistas. They're literally magical ballistas.
and who would this have been on? Not that it matters because a 10's pretty much missed everyone.
And here is that force ball. No, I'm not doing level 4, that's not.
I mean,
Wow.
so everybody,
Wow.
they all get hit for full damage.
Woo!
Oh, that wasn't them rolling the thingy for that. That wasn't the deck save.
Oh.
That was to see if they saw it coming. Only one does. And it's the guy who operated the damn thing.
It's almost instant, by the way. Like, he throws it and it just accelerates till it's like 100 miles an hour.
You know, I would like to state that although we had talked about doing a stealth approach, I don't feel like that's something that this group can do.
What make you say that as the fireball finally hits?
Yeah. Ollie Wolf sees
Maybe-
it coming and he fails.
Maybe it was the two Freljordians failing to climb an ice wall. Maybe it was the flying, screaming gnome squirrel Yordle. Maybe it was, you know, just a good assumption of character.
Wait. Huh.
Just like
I mean-
Delris carried, like, I would have been fine.
That goes off. You see it just smash into the...
Pretty good at falling.
And then you just
You know what?
see a
That's
muffled talking going in there. And you see it start to be reloaded.
No.
Mr. Kuiper, that didn't work. We're going with plan B. You are going to see that he stops. Fright immediately stops, like climbing the mountain like a goat. And all of a sudden, because this is spider climb, this isn't that he has a climbing speed, it's that he's naturally always got spider climb on. You immediately see him just turn horizontal with the face of the mountain, and he just sprints fucking running down it.
Kuiper, make me a strength check. A strength save, sorry. Let's see if you
Yeah.
can keep hold.
Long trip.
You do.
This is how we do shit in Noxus, boy!
So all I'm going to ask here is Potoo and Mariah make me strength checks, and Alekxander make me one last athletics check. Oh boy.
Far down. I'll far closer to down. That wasn't a good England. Never
Uh,
mind. Going home
Given
now.
given everything that just happened there, and given that
Oh, did you say that wasn't a good England after fucking up England? That fucking made my day. Hold on, I'm sorry. That actually made me happy.
so product quotes alleges, please.
That was fucking fast.
So
Oh,
Mariah and
Oh.
Potoo, you managed to keep hold of Delris as you descend. Alekxander, you would have given that. How fast
Close
do
right
you
to the bottom.
How fast do you move, Fright?
he's still he's still moving at the 30 feet.
Okay, so you didn't dash, you just did a normal move.
You can't. Well, can you dash if something's the same as your walking speed?
Yep.
Oh, okay, then yeah, he's fucking dashing. So he's
In
60.
that case, we'll call it 140 foot further.
Sweet.
I just need to know because I was keeping everyone up pace with Fright there. So you are falling from 140 foot, Alekxander.
130. All right. Well, I'm gonna
140.
try and do the Freljordian spike again, which while I remember,
If I
How
recall,
many times can you do that?
every time I do it, the percentile. Every time I successfully use it as a grapple, it goes down by 5 on a percentile.
yep, there is a slight issue with that, unfortunately.
Oh.
Wording.
Wording.
Every time you use it as a grapple,
Uh-huh.
you technically can't grapple a wall.
As in a grappling hook, you doofus. You gave me this!
Yes, to use against enemies to grapple. You could use it to go launch yourself at something, but I'm pretty sure that doesn't refresh the thing.
No, it hasn't refreshed or anything. Never said it did.
I think all the summoner orb abilities are once a long rest.
Yeah.
We talked about this, my boy, my dude. Also, you said we had more than one use per long rest. I know this because I've got it sat here. 3 uses of Freljordian Spike in combat, and the percentile for when I use it outside of combat.
Let me just check that with other people's for theirs, because I know everyone else has that has it too.
I don't use it, so don't bother looking at mine.
I was looking at
Waffleberg
hoping that it
doesn't own
was there.
his.
No,
Right.
it's not.
Did
'Cause I
no
don't
one
remember.
else? Did no one else write it down?
I don't remember when we got it.
She wasn't there for that.
It was the Christmas session.
Oh.
Christmas.
I wasn't.
It's on Waffleberg sheet, but Waffleberg doesn't own his, and I don't have Waffleberg sheet on me at the moment.
It's not on Mariah's either.
I don't remember getting
I
it.
zoned out a little bit. What are we talking about?
The thing that you got
Right.
at Christmas. Yeah.
Yes, no. Oh,
Yes. Okay. I just needed to see if I said when it refreshes.
I think that's a once per day thing.
So, I will tell you, we as we talked about this. So, as I recall,
Yes.
I don't recall how many uses it's based off, but I wouldn't have set it to 3 if you hadn't told me.
I think
and
we
then
set it to 3.
I think we set
Based
it to
on the-
proficiency.
Did we?
I remember that.
In that case, yes. Yes.
Then I talked to you about at another point about how I rather enjoyed using it as a grappling hook, but found the amount of uses a little limiting.
Yeah.
And our compromise for this was that we would do a percentile dice when I used it.
Okay.
It would start at 95%, and with each successful use, it would reduce by 5% until I fucked up. I would then probably plummet to my beautiful death, and if I somehow survive that, it would refresh the percentile. And it would cost me 1 combat use of the Freljordian Spike. Hello. Yes, I'm...
Make from fresh.
Yes,
delicious
tagliatelle.
pasta.
Tagliatelle of the tagliatelle. Thank you, Mameli.
So just going off the idea with the proficiency thing anyway. Yeah, that still works. So just make me another one of those strength checks.
Alright, I'll make a strength and a percentile.
Well, strength save, sorry.
Whatever, that's gonna be, that's plus another 3, so that's 12, that should be alright. As for the percentile, I'm fine.
Okay. Now I'm going to just make a check on those 3.
Man, we're never coming back to the Freljord. Oh, we always come here and rule Zonda.
It's always with falling.
Always with falling damage. Verticality doesn't work in D&D.
Wow. They all stay their ground. Quite literally got a fireball thrown out from nowhere, and instead of going, yeah, nope, they decided to all stick around and start to reload.
I mean, these are Freljordians we're talking about here.
Yes, they've probably never seen a fireball before.
It wasn't even fire, it was force damage.
It probably made them madder, if we're
Force,
being honest.
force ball.
It
So-
was
Force
indeed a
ball.
force ball.
Ball of force.
And it didn't really do much force, which is a bit saddening.
Given that is a 16 on their second shot, I am going to roll to see who this would be hitting. And see if it does indeed hit them. Going from left to right on the Roll20 screen, on a 1 to a 6, not including myself, because that would be dumb.
Yes, it goes right through the screen.
No, it just turns around and hits them. It counts as the fumble short of doom. Which, I can't remember if that got brought up in last Wednesday session, if it were the Wednesday before. But for Spelljammers, I have started using the fumble short of doom.
Mm-hmm.
Either
It
way,
wasn't this Wednesday because I don't.
it must have been in the Astral Elves fight before. Either way, that is a 16 on Fright.
For what?
As a ballista is shot at you.
Would that hit right?
Meet or beat or defender wins. I forget which one this game is.
This is meet and beat.
Cool,
Can
meet and
I-
beat.
Can I
Unwell.
shield this?
You might be able to, but I was also just gonna see if I can do something here.
Okay.
It's a good job this isn't Waffleberg with the, okay, re-roll again. Time fuckery.
Chronomancy.
Yes, time fuckery.
Timey-wimey, bullshitty witty.
I mean, to be fair, I'm gonna be doing something similar with Alari and the Cleric of Fate. So,
Oh yeah, I forgot that I allowed you to do that.
Actually, Lay,
Yes.
not time fuckery, but runic shield. I need you to re-roll that.
Oh.
That's my reaction, though. If this one fails, I'm gonna need Kuiper.
Or,
Oh! I can't shield that! Well, he goes to shield it.
Bring it on.
Kuiper,
Yeah.
I'm going to allow you something with this.
Ah,
listening.
bring it on.
I mean, yeah, bring it on, but also I'm listening.
Are you going to, you've got two options here. Are you going, well, technically three options. Are you going to A, eject seat yourself onto the wall to let Fright take it all? B, let Fright take it all and just plummet? Or C, try and get in the way and take half the damage with Fright taking the other half?
I imagine that third option is what would happen. Like, he'd probably just hold his hand up the shield and it would just flash as the shield's just immediately shattered.
Okay. In that case, it would be an odd number, wouldn't it?
Round up.
I'm not going to round up or round down. I'm going to 18 would still be 9, so I'm going to say Kuiper takes the 9, Fright takes the 10, given the initial attack wasn't Fright.
Mm-hmm.
Given you have Spider Climb though, and technically this isn't an attack where it would say it knocks you back any distance, I don't think it really knocks you off the wall.
No.
So You just watch as this giant ice arrow just comes plummeting down. Just catches you and Kuiper as it just breaks through Kuiper's shield. Doesn't stick into you, it didn't do that much damage. But it does make you just kind of loose-footed for a little bit, but you manage to catch all of it as you carry on running.
uh, got real quiet.
And I'm going to say, before they can fire a third one, you do manage to make it finally down to the bottom. And actually out of range now of the ballista even taking pot shots. You do see the giant creature laying on the ice, dead in front of you.
Well, Alekxander is going to assume that they are very aware they have intruders now. We should make this quicker. They get inside. If we're going to lose them, we're going to lose them in there, not out here.
Yes, before they throw something bigger down.
Yes,
Sounds
before they
good.
accidentally knock down something larger, like, I don't know.
Okay,
I have a distraction if need be.
Oh,
He
take those
holds
into
up a
note.
gem from his bag, a little fire elemental gem.
Alekxander is going to start
did-
looking for a fucking door.
Make me a perception check.
See,
God's
do you
sake.
know the worst thing about not having a long rest before this?
Go on.
I didn't get to change up my spells.
Yep. I did offer arrests.
Yeah, but one person can't stay behind and rest while the rest of the party moves.
Alekxander, unfortunately, you find yourself unable to find a door from where you are. Partly because your eyes are too distracted.
What have I seen? A nice rock or something?
Kind of.
What?
You see,
Not Waltet!
not Waltits. Wrong kind of
That
rock.
was said with a certain amount of disappointment. I respect that.
Okay, I'm going to get back to something I just saw then in a second. But,
Waltet?
such a put, your eyes keep going back to this body just laying there, this giant beast. Its chest quite literally burst open from where this giant ice spear impaled. And what seems to be smaller purple creatures slithering their way up.
Looks
This
directly at the
ice.
party and just goes, "Good fucking lord, help me. We're not fighting them right now." You'll never hear me say that again.
Mariah,
Yes.
you look at these, and even though it's been removed from your body now, you do still have the faintest memory of that dream. And you just look and you just quickly shake it off. Just remembering for a moment your brief time in the Lavender Sea.
I'm going to pretend that everything is fine and I'm not going to die.
Okay, given Kuiper is busying Potoo and Alekxander is distracted, Fright and Delris.
What's up?
I will allow you two to roll an insight on Mariah. Mariah, please make me a bluff.
A bluff, a lie.
Yes. Because you are trying to hide your thoughts and feelings at the moment as you look at this scene.
So just a deception you want me to roll?
Deception, that's what I mean, yeah. Yeah, again, I think it's because we've been doing 3.5 and also Starfinder. I keep going, deception, no, bluff.
Bluffing deception.
How? What are the odds?
Oh, well,
Look,
everyone rolled 19.
yes.
Didn't even notice that.
Don't worry, I'll ruin it for you.
We're never seeing that again.
Unfortunately, given it is meet and beat, you all can tell something's up with Mariah as she just looks on this. She tries to put on a brave face, but there's that slight little twinge in the corner of her eye.
Please
No
focus
time
yourself
for
on finding a
shell
door
shock.
and you don't have to look at them anymore. Or
Delris
make a door. You've got big bombs, right? Oh, God, that came out wrong.
walks over and is like, Mariah? You good?
Hiya. I'm fine.
No, you don't look it.
Fright is picking up Mariah, turns her around, puts her away from it. We can deal with the shell shock later.
Okay, cool.
Is this going to cause confliction in any way?
Confliction? No. I don't think.
Is this something that you have to deal with now?
Oh no, not now. There's nothing to deal with. We need to continue our journey. That's what we need to do before we die down here. Let's go.
Yes, I do not wish to hurry any of you to more than you would like to, but I would like to remind you that we just had a ballista shot at us. They know we're here.
Yeah, speaking
I would like to remind you that that was not my fault.
I'm not blaming you, I'm just saying we should probably get to move on.
Speaking
Yes.
of which, what I want to point out now, the site where I looked up for this for the ballista rules, it's the same site where I get like the roll charts and such. This is like a chart for objects that can fire stuff, apparently. Among them, from a book that's just subtitled RMBRE, is an object called Captain A-Hole.
Oh my God, it's the Rick and Morty thing.
Oh, is that what it is? That explains a lot.
Yeah.
Essentially, it looks like a giant pirate.
It's that Rick and Morty module they did.
I forgot that was even a thing.
Dungeons and Rickgens and that. Anyway.
I will go back to forgetting it was a thing now, thank you.
It's
So.
the Rick Factor.
Kuiper and Potoo?
Yeah.
You were doing
yes.
the thing?
We were doing a thing?
Well, it's just a message there saying Kuiper passes the fire elemental gem to Potoo. You're probably better at this than me. Distraction from above, yes?
If need be.
I wasn't even looking at that. We had a little bit of a confusion because two had
Yeah.
the crystal in their inventory and
And I
Yes.
was like, oh, I'll just use this. But who already has one in their inventory. Oh.
yeah. It would have been a thing if Kuiper pulled it out of Potoo stuff because Potoo wouldn't be happy.
Fair. So, are you going... What are you doing with this?
I imagine that I will probably necessary. We're not currently being attacked, right?
No, they've stopped attacking you.
For now.
So Potoo will probably be stealth bird,
Okay.
just in case there is a massive group coming to greet us. So yeah.
In that case, everyone make me a perception.
No.
You're still concerned for Mariah there. Mariah, you're
Holy
still
shit.
concerned for Mariah. You're still concerned for
Ooh.
Mariah.
Mariah's still concerned for Mariah.
Yes. Alekxander, It's a far distance. You're struggling. Same with you, Kuiper. However, we've still not had Potoo roll a perception.
Perception. That is a 24.
Lyra, Fright, and Potoo. You think you see like a cave opening just off in the distance to your basically forward across the ice and a bit to the left. So at most 510 foot away, like 500 forward and then just like 10 foot off to the left.
That doesn't seem like a bad spot.
Because it should be noted, the citadel, even though it takes up most of this space, it is still on like a foundation of rock. And that rock itself is where the tunnel looks like it goes into.
I trust that about as much as I trust everything else out here, which is to say nothing, but our chances in there are probably better. Fright's gonna grab Mariah. Which shoulder?
Right between the horns.
Fuck it. Put your gun right between my horns. We're gonna be able to list a tower.
Okay, sure, let's do this.
As soon as you say that, you and Mariah won't be able to see this. But everyone else that, Delris, since you were concerned for Mariah and therefore looking at Mariah, you see Fright pick up Mariah, mention the walking tower kind of situation. And then you see tiny cannons poke out of Mariah's hair.
War! Protect the citadel!
I can't believe this is the ongoing joke that has not failed yet.
You know, actually, I don't think Fright's seen that yet, has he?
And he still hasn't because she's on his head.
Keep the Herletariat safe! Because they no longer have a king, they become commies.
Just
So they've formed the Herletariat.
I hate the fact of I hate how fast these guys are proceeding.
Yeah, character progression.
We're going to get to session 125 and they're going to launch a tiny nuke.
I think Waffleberg has already given them that technology, though, to be fair.
Yeah, they're still
Like, you forget, Waffleberg did implement a button on Mariah, actually inside of Mariah, that does nothing.
They've been getting the kill streak up for the past 70 sessions.
you're going at some point. You're going to have that be one of Mariah's finishers.
It's a game of civilization going on in there. They're still working towards the nuke tree.
Yeah, they've got they haven't made it towards War Gandhi yet.
They're about to loop from 0 to 99.
So, you point out the door. Are you all making a dash for it? Across this ice.
I mean, Potoo doesn't technically have to dash on the lines.
Bright has 2 Yordles on his shoulder. Let's do this.
Yeah, right. Yeah, that is true. Fright will also pick up Kuiper, put him back on the shoulder as well. And then Fright is off towards the cave.
And given technically the spider climb thing, you're not going to slip.
No, yeah, Fright is very much like his hooves are like fucking sucker cups.
You just hear the popping sound of
No, it's still the clanging of like hooves, but
And
I'm sorry, but just hearing the popper sound.
I'm not going to make you make any rolls to make sure that you don't slip, so don't worry about that. You're all just dashing towards this. I am going to roll something though. Let's see who. That is perfect.
oh no.
I need a perception check from Kuiper.
Oh my. No Lyra.
No, Lyra. I didn't include Lyra in this D6. You look off to the side as you're running, with everyone keeping their eyes focused on the entrance. It makes sense that someone who isn't actually having to run for himself can see this. A glowing under the ice, which slowly turns, and you see an iris, like a cat pupil kind of thing, like the slit one, just staring back.
We are being watched, quite literally.
Well, as long as they're in there and not out here.
Waffleberg is happy Waffleberg is back and on. No void things to deal with here. Waffleberg is just dealing with Waffleberg stuff right now, you know.
Alright.
Poor
Close up a
throwing
bit.
sand.
Meanwhile, in Zone, Waffleberg's just tied up to a chair with Ranna, just questioning him. He's just like, Waffleberg is glad Waffleberg is in Zone and not Freljord.
Well, this is Waffleberg's lace. She fucking slaps him, asking him some question. Waffleberg thinks the best thing to have in the morning is a fine waffle. That is not why Waffleberg is called Waffleberg, though. That is personal joke.
God, I'm gonna have to set that up as a plot line eventually. Anyway,
Oh,
What
brilliant.
about Waffleberg being prisoner now? Just like you cannot. Waffleberg is you do not have to worry about human rights issues. Of Waffleberg. Waffleberg is hardly human.
so
If you really want to torture Waffleberg, you should do so more generally. You know, less of the cut, more of the slam.
so
You're doing it wrong, is what I'm saying.
Kuiper has pointed something out to you all. That you are all being watched, literally.
Wonderful. I mean, there wasn't a thing that's under the ice called watchers or something like that. I think that's kind of what they do, right? Watch.
Yep. Points down, like in front of your face, just.
I'm not looking.
Good.
You know, you can't, if you notice someone watching you, you can't just full gaze at them. That's first off, that's bad etiquette. Second off, you make them realize that you know that they're there. However, this thing I highly doubt really cares about that.
There is something that does happen though. Fright.
Yes.
You feel something just pulling in your pocket. The pocket that
No.
you put the purple stuff in the tube into.
Nope, this is mine. You all can piss off. I got it fair and square. You lost it.
And you make it into the tunnel. Yeah, again, quite dark here, but with dark vision, goggles, torches, you should be fine. What is your marching order?
Alekxander's first in. I don't think that's a huge surprise.
Okay,
Fright will go ahead and be second.
okay.
Alexander's
good.
a fall, and if Alexander falls due to something, Fright can probably catch him.
I'll go third
Okay.
because I've got healing magic and shit.
If it's even
I'll go
remotely
fourth.
dark, Alekxander might turn around and put Kuiper on his shoulder and go, "Please tell me you have a light."
You just stealing Kuiper, right?
Oh,
No, I'm going to
God.
put Kuiper on my shoulder anyway. Pocket Kuiper is
Wait a
always
second.
helpful.
Wait a second. If Fright was to get on top of fucking Alexander, would this party become a Megazord?
If
I
Fright
don't
was to get-
actually think Alekxander would be strong enough to quite carry the entirety of Fright.
Wait. Okay, so if Fright and Alexander are the legs, Alari and Delris is the body, Kuiper is the head, and then we've got Mariah and Potoo as the arms. One of our
You
arms
get-
is slightly shorter than the other, but that's okay. It's got a fucking big ass gun attached to it. Party Megazord. Boom.
So, Alekxander, given you are
Raise
leading
that
the
even
party
a
here,
bit.
With a shoulder Kuiper.
okay, with a shoulder Kuiper,
But that
it's
was
going to
my
make it a
shoulder.
bit trickier for you with what you want to do now.
I still hate saying the character's name. I'm sorry. It just feels wrong.
Type.
I'll get a little further in. So what do you say we're in a tunnel? Are we in like an ice tunnel?
A
What are
rock
we
tunnel.
in?
It's just a rock tunnel. It's cold, but it's a rock tunnel.
Alright, gonna keep heading through until we find a nice, until it starts looking like a structure, I guess.
Okay. There is a bit of a crossroads that you do hit, where it splinters off into various different ways. I don't have a map for this yet, so I'm just going to use this top right corner here, just to kind of draw a rough idea of what it is. So you're coming in this way like this, kind of splinters off. This kind of way. So basically, from left to right, 4 different tunnels you could take.
Okay.
This could either be really
Fuck's
good or really
sake.
bad.
Well, time or stick together, Alekxander? That is the question, I suppose. Could take a while to check which tunnel goes where, but
I think it would be incredibly stupid to separate at this point
Yes.
in enemy territory.
I mean, we are supposed to be stealthy here, but I'm not arguing with you.
We just fought a ballista. That's like the opposite of stealthy.
We ran away from a ballista.
Technically,
You
you
do
all
have a very
fell
good
away
point
from
there,
a
to be
ballista.
fair.
2 of you flew away from a ballista. I crawled away from a ballista, and Kuiper fired at a ballista.
I don't know. It looked like you were more dashing than crawling.
Alright.
Indeed.
Eeny, meeny, miny, that one. Alekxander takes the second route.
Okay. So Alekxander starts to walk down the second route. And I'm going to say now, Alekxander, as you walk ahead and wait for the others to catch up, do you deploy your secret?
If I've managed to get ahead of them, yes.
Okay. So Alekxander disappears up the second tunnel.
Oh wait, I'm with Alekxander, aren't I?
Yes, you are.
I've
That's
been
why I said this is
switcherooed.
going to be tricky for you, Alekxander.
Yeah.
You're gonna get ahead of Kuiper. Kuiper's on your shoulder.
So,
Kuiper is
Alekxander, how are you going to try and sneak the spider out from your beard with Kuiper on your shoulder?
Let's have a look at all. I've got a few options. Give me a minute.
I've got a few options, such as pointing to Kuiper. Hey, look behind you, a 3-headed monkey.
Oh, look, Aurelian Soul.
Oh, look, it's Leona. Kuiper dashes down the tunnel in front of Alekxander instead. Oh shit, oh shit, oh shit.
just saying the horrifying thing. Look away.
Say the horrifying thing. Kuiper, look behind you. It's Fiddlesticks. Kuiper just curls up into a fetal position on the shoulder.
Oh, it's
Look,
a
it's tea with
fiddlesticks and
alcohol in
a-
it.
It's tea with
it's
it doesn't
fiddlesticks
get
in a
to the
Leona
rest.
costume.
Alekxander is going to... What's not really the best set of skills for this specifically. I'm not going to lie. However, Alexander's just gonna reach in and pull it out when he's not looking.
Okay. So, please make me a sleight of hand.
And I will perceive. Be a 9.
Oh. Oh! It's done.
Just reaches up, scratches beard, spider is deployed.
Yep.
Friend deployed.
And Alexander will be thinking at maximum power. Get out of here, they're coming.
The spider will scurry off to the darkness. If I find the way, I will let you know. If I come to a dead end, I will let you know, but it's up to you to try and think of a reason to turn around.
Alexander, we are a little far ahead.
You just see Alexander. Probably, Alexander's not a good liar, so to speak. So he's probably like actually just like, he looks exasperated and goes, "Oh, I'm sorry, we're so close. I'm a little excited." Excited's not the right word, you know what I mean. Sort of like slows down his hyper pace, turns around and goes, "Oh."
Insight.
Do I make you roll a deception here, given you are technically lying, but also technically are hyped up and ready to try and save your wife? Ooh.
Withholding
I mean, I'm not
information is still
100% lying.
deception.
Get
That's
a
what I
deception
mean.
advantage.
Yeah, I'd say deception with advantage then.
That's fair.
Lies, bio, no lies.
Didn't
Either
need
would
it.
have passed.
He actually does it so well that he's convinced himself that that's the reason why he's like exasperated.
And with that, the rest of the party does catch up.
I love that, like, yeah, my walk speed is pretty much equal to Alexander's. So,
The power of Cock has empowered me to increase my movement speed beyond your feeble, passive monkey / sorcery, whatever you're feeling today.
It's not even that. It's not
Monkey.
even that. Given the...
I haven't moved this fast since I saw your boyfriend doing a helicopter.
It's not even that.
Mm.
Given we have set the walk order, Fright was second in place, so therefore you're all going at Fright's pace now.
Yeah, Dr.
Fright takes
Livesey
a-
in the middle is dictating the pace, I'm afraid.
Yeah, fucking Fright takes his time getting anywhere.
Fright was in the middle there, just saw Alexander walk off there. It's like, okay, he might have gone for his death, so let's I guess I'm going to have to go there.
AKA, there's no way I would ever have done this little thing if I had ever allowed the portrait to go anywhere near me. Because all of you would have gone, can I have 72 perception checks right now? No reason.
It's why I asked for a marching order, because I knew Alexander would leap in there first so we could get this done.
I mean, I would very much also like to state, Fright would not be against this.
That is true.
Yeah, Elise works for the same nation that he works for.
to be fair, Delris would if he knew who the spider belonged to.
Hmm.
To be fair, I wouldn't know that they work for the same nation. Sexy Spider Lady is... I didn't ask questions.
Yeah, but you did meet her in Noxus, though, so...
You don't ask questions when the spider... Jailbait, yes, the Tagliatelle was good.
I mean, have you seen Vilemar? He needs some way of getting people into his religion, and it's not going to be based off of his own looks.
I mean,
Right,
I don't know. Have
anyway.
you met the internet?
Fair. There probably is Vilemar porn on the internet.
Alexander gets a hold of himself, waits for Fright, and then we continue.
I am not adding that to my Google search. I'm not that curious to see if there is or not. I'm just going to go off the idea of yes, there is.
Why do I hear a keyboard?
It's the Rule 34. If it exists, there's porn of it.
Which worries me because we exist.
Don't tell people that. That's an invitation.
Anyway, so moving swiftly onwards.
So you carry on down the tunnel once everyone's caught up. And occasionally, you'll just hear a voice pop into your mind going, left, right.
Alexander will seemingly pick these at random in just the most Alexander fashion of that one.
Basically just giving you directions. Also, I'm sorry for the distraction yet again, but what the fuck? An advert came on telly then for Smith's Toys thingy for, you know, the usual, it's coming up to Christmas advert. They do a part where it's got friggin', where it comes up to friggin' Barbie. One of the Barbies is wearing a fursuit. Is this an actual thing that's on sale now? Is there furry Barbie?
Yes.
Furby. Wait.
Furby! I need to add this to my this quickly. 5E Furby. Does anyone started a Furby? They have.
Of course they have.
They've started a long Furby in particular.
Yeah.
No, I don't want
Furby.
Old hero. Stop,
No.
stop.
Yes, you do. You want to coin.
I cannot coin and I can't make anything D&D rhyme.
Language is common, Sylvan understands, but speaks only through the use of its mimicry trait, Fey Charm, Peck, Mimicry. Yeah, there's a Furby started up. Either way,
Anyway,
you follow the directions. Do you put on a bit of show for it, to, like make sure you look down both ways?
as I
before
said,
going?
Alexander has already shown that he picks these routes at random, so he will literally just approach that one.
Okay.
It will be. I obviously can't say what you can and can't insight, but I have to say, you'd be really pressed to catch this as a lie because it's just Alexander do what Alexander already does to a T.
This is pretty much everything you've seen Alexander be doing since you've met Alexander.
There are no
Alexander
hints, so he's just picking at random as far as
Are you
you're
sure
aware.
I can send the Zeeble down?
What?
The
Yeah,
Lyra?
I could send Sharky scouting too.
Same
Well,
with
shit,
Debbie.
why aren't you already doing it?
I'm trying, you're too fast.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Eeny,
I
meeny,
need to
miny,
try.
that one is not room for planning.
I'm sorry. I just thought you'd shit it out and send it off. I don't know how
I'm
this
going
stuff
to say
works.
this. The one that you are currently, there is 3 ways. I'm going to message to you, Alexander, which way the spider has told you to go. Those who are sending stuff along as well, you have left, middle, and right.
Alexander just go, okay. Why do you send one that way, you send one that way?
Well, that's what I was about to say. Kuiper, you send her right, I'll send Sharky left.
Will do.
And which way is Devi going?
I suppose Debbie can go the way that hasn't been indicated.
Middle?
Yes.
Mariah.
Also, I will point out that, yeah, I have to... He is summoned. He's my familiar.
Yep.
But he's also my wildfire spirit.
Mariah. Unfortunately, the eggplants will not travel for you, but you do have a backup. Which way is your parrot going?
Jesus Christ, I've never seen a party with so many fucking pets.
Mine's a familiar. Now, he wasn't at
Still a
first.
pet.
sort of same
You
here.
can give it cuddles.
So is your parrot going left, right, or middle?
I'm going. Sharky's going left.
Yeah, I tried to
so-
work out with Mariah's parrot. Or asking Mariah.
Yeah, I know. I'm just letting Mariah know
Oh yeah,
where the other ones are going, so then she can
yeah.
decide
So
them or, you know.
Sharky's going left. Lyra's going right. Devi's going mid. Do not say that you're sending your parrot jungle. You there, Rebecca?
So I'm going top.
Okay, so
Try-
Rebecca's BRB, I guess.
Oh
Ju-
shit!
Just
Ranna
thinks-
found it. Ranna found fucking MILF Vilemar. Vile MILF.
Can I
I
have that
think
skin
that's
for Alari?
supposed to
I
be
want
a
that skin
vi-
for Alari.
And you
I was
know
about
what?
to say, I think it's supposed to be a skin for Alawi.
Yeah, it looks like a skin for Alari. Actually, I think that would be a great
I
skin
mean,
for Alari.
it says bottom right. Arachnid Acolyte Alari.
Yeah.
So,
Alexander will just think to himself, parrot coming center.
we'll just say that the parrot's just sticking with you all. Sharky goes left. Finds a dead end. Lyra goes right. Finds a caved-in tunnel. Devi goes mid. Does Devi use your perception or roll his own perception? I'm trying to remember.
I don't think Devi has a sheet, so I think we've been using my perception.
I said, the spider will be forewarned.
To be fair, you can. If I recall right, we've been doing it where you can look through Devi's eyes, so I'm assuming you're doing that.
Yeah.
Make me a
I mean,
perception check, and I am going to roll a stealth for this spider.
If he's a familiar, he should have stats at some point.
Don't
Boy.
think it's a familiar, that's the thing. Okay, yeah, he gets that for stealth. She gets that for stealth. So, what is your perception for Devi? Devi
It would be the most
sees...
unassuming spider ever.
Ah, that's actually a good point. Does Devi have dark vision? I don't think Devi does.
It's a
Oh wait, he does.
ghost
It's
shirt.
a ghost.
Yeah.
Tiny size. Doesn't matter.
I mean, technically, the wildfire spirit doesn't have dark vision.
The wildfire
I
spirit
would
is
like-
lit up.
That's fair. He is literally on fire, so
What was
Use
that?
his own light
Santa?
source. I think we
Oh,
lost.
no. I was gonna state ghosts do have dark vision.
Yeah. Also, Rebecca
But
says
they've
she's popping
only-
off because she's got an exam.
Oh,
Oh.
okay.
To be fair, we are coming up to 2 hours recording, so I feel like
Yeah.
we're going to leave it off with an interesting thing of Devi sees a set of stairs going up that starts off stone and then start to become covered in ice. There is a much colder chill coming from above. And there's also a spider just trying to blend into one of the corners of the stairs.
Be just attempting to eat the spider. I'm not gonna lie, I feel like that would be a thing Devi would do.
Devi tries to eat the spider, fails because it's a ghost. You get a message in your head, Alexander. There's ghosts here and they're trying to eat me.
Just thinks
That's
hard in his
Ed.
head. I did warn you there was a... It wasn't a parrot, was it? I'm sorry, the wrong one went.
It's
Uh,
a small
Just
ghost.
ignore it. It's a bit dumb, I think.
Fine,
I don't think it doesn't understand it can't eat you.
I'll ascend to the next floor. And it'll try to scurry up the stairs.
do you want to know something funny?
Yes.
Sharky can fly.
Arky can fly.
I just imagine it just gets wings made of fire.
Well, yeah, because I'm a wildfire spirit, so.
So your 3 will return. Sharky gets nothing. Lyra gets nothing. You quite literally saw through the eyes of Devi there, Potoo. You already know what was there. Are you revealing?
Oh yes, there was a random ass spider that we tried to eat it. Although
Spider.
Edgelord doesn't seem like a place spiders would be.
Focusing on the spider. Was it the right way?
There's stairs going up, yes.
Alright, let's just go that way.
And as you head on, you see the stairs. You feel the cold temperatures getting colder as it goes up. You see the ice forming.
Climbing icy stairs sounds horrible.
Hmm.
But I live in this fucking country.
This is the ice queen we're talking about.
Well,
She'd have
don't
ice
fall.
stairs.
And as you ascend the stairs to
Somebody
finally make it into the citadel. That's where we're ending it for this week.
Aw, yeah.
The spider has been found out, but Potoo has not said anything that would make a giant suspicion of the spider aside from spiders.
It's
are normally
literally
not in
just
the
a
realm.
spider. She should barely be suspicious of it herself, you cheeky sausage.
Yeah, but spiders don't do well in cold environments.
You, who made you the Arachnomancer? Frostbite spider, wham!
I actually have looked it up.
In fairness, there are frost spiders in the Freljord.
There are indeed frost spiders in the Freljord, snow spiders.
There. Ba-da-da-da-da-da.
Well, unless
The only
unless
reason
Frost
I know
is
this...
going to
Oops, sorry, Ranna.
unless Frost is going to be like, oh, does it look like da 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 da?
Yeah, because ice spiders are a thing, but they are large creatures, so this would have to be one of its young, if it was that.
Oh, yeah.
And I am not revealing any further than that because that is for nature checks next session.
Oh yes. Potoo's
By
going to be
all
thinking
means.
about that spider, by the way.
Stop. So,
Stop
thank you.
the party from nuking my one cool thing. I will end your babies.
Oh my.
I mean,
Like I
technically,
said-
one of my babies is already ended.
Yeah.
If the party ever finds out, Fright's on your side.
So,
See, the
Oh.
thing,
There you
like,
go. 3/4 of the party's entire way. It's just gonna be like, no.
yeah, Delris would not be.
It's okay.
I know you wouldn't. But
So-
to be fair, Alekxander also wouldn't know that you wouldn't. Particularly. He knows nothing.
Well, Elise has already told you that she's had a scrap with us before, so
He
you
knows that he knows that she doesn't want me to tell you. He doesn't know how you'll react. I imagine with comical, over-the-top Alari / Delris, I have been slightly slighted, so now I will cause the third Holocaust.
So,
The twins don't really react like that, though. They've been very tolerant with everyone slighting them.
I'll get to end this session eventually.
No, you don't. You don't get to end it.
But if I don't end it, how are we going to play Grounded?
Oh,
we playing
This is a
Grounded
good
after
point.
it? I didn't know that.
You said
Also,
we like to play
I think
Grounded
they
after
made
this
it
session.
where you.
Did
I think they felt.
Yes.
Look, Lay, I can't be held responsible for past Santa. I don't know what he said some of the time. I don't even know what I did today during this session anymore, okay? Time has passed. I don't remember anything that man did. He's a bad man, Lay. He deserves to be brought to justice.
So,
Oh my god, guys!
Also,
I
yes,
found
by
the
the way, I'm
cutest
totally fine with
thing.
playing Grounded.
thank you all.
Guys,
Yes.
Shark
look at this.
Oh boy.
Yeah. What are we looking at? What are we
It's a
looking
D&D chat.
at?
Just
Oh my
look at
God.
it.
So,
Oh my god. Oh my god.
thank you all so much for tuning in to
Yeah,
this week's
thank you.
episode of Dark Sides of Runeterra.
I'm just gonna
No.
rush through.
No, thank you.
If you want more D&D fun,
Ah!
check out Echoes of the Past on YouTube.
You
Or
sure?
if you're just after more of us
Yes.
having fun in character-wise and getting into noir-esque supernatural spooky hijinks on Spotify. Check out words.
You're not
I couldn't
even
even get the
sure.
first word out because I was expecting someone to interrupt me. Sirens Through the Fog. I saw use of people.
Pyramids through the mist.
Yeah, I saw use of people starting that up while I've still tried to say it. That's why I jumped all the words.
The funny thing is, the game that we play in that is called City of Mist.
Yes.
Yeah.
So check out Sirens Through the Fog on Spotify. And we will see you all next time on the Dark Tides of Runeterra.
Get the hell out of here! What are y'all doing still here? Jack, chase them out. Go wrestler on them.
Here, you fucking